This week's discussion talks about computer programs that grade students' work, especially their writing. I thought it was an interesting discussion, and one of the questions was, is this something that's happening? And yes, indeed it is. It sounds like it's something that will be happening more and more. Already colleges and high schools are starting to look into software that will help grade student work and writing. And I found this article from NPR that I thought was interesting, talking about the job that these computer programs do. They rated a number of programs, and they found that they do grade essays quickly, but they don't always do the best job. An example that they noted was they ran the Gettysburg Address through one of these software programs, and Abraham Lincoln would not have gotten a good grade on that piece of writing, which is considered one of the most perfect pieces of writing ever written. He would have scored 2s and 3s on a scale of 1 to 6. So what that shows is that we can't just turn grading over to computers. But I think we are realizing more and more that computers can be a good help. The software is getting better. We can train the software, we can train the computer and the software to look for certain things. Maybe longer words or longer sentences, but then sometimes that can backfire, and we can have a bunch of big words that don't really make much sense, and the computer will grade it very well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future with this concept, but I hope that teachers can use it as a tool and a balance so that they don't spend all of their time grading, because that can result in teacher burnout, maybe even teachers leaving the profession. And we need to keep teachers free to spend their time planning and being there for the student. I talked to my daughter, who's a senior, and she told me that she would be so unhappy if her literature teacher wasn't reading her work, because it means a lot to her to have her read her writing. And so that human interaction is always important. But I was thinking maybe a teacher could say, some of your essays this year will be scored by a computer and some will be scored by me. I won't tell you until after which one was scoring your work, but maybe the student could have the opportunity to write a note and say, you know, this piece of writing was my heart and soul. I really want it to be graded by the teacher. And you know, maybe there could be that communication going on, because I think, especially in talking about this, that I've realized more and more that computers can never replace that interaction that a teacher can have with a student by giving feedback and by helping a student feel confident and excited about work that they've done. So anyway, I feel like there's a balance here, and we need to use a little bit of both. But if it helps teachers free up their time, that's a good thing too.